Is there a better feeling than beating the system and getting something just as good for a fraction of the price? Well, today we're pitching big name kitchen appliances head to head against their bargain knockoff rivals to see if they truly deliver or completely fall apart. Boys, we have two appliances underneath the cloches. Number one is the big name brand.
Ebbers. Big name Ebbers.
Ta-da! I'm guessing you want that.
Yes.
Okay, right, yes!
Oh, okay, we're talking, big and boisterous. This was your expensive purchase, right?
Yeah, I've had one of those for about 15 years.
So yeah, this is the Vitamix E310 blender. 10 variable speeds plus a pulse feature. High performance 2.2 horsepower motor. Easy cleaning in 30 to 60 seconds. A 7-year warranty. And manufactured in the USA. So Ebbers, as our chef, where's this useful? Why is this particular one so good?
It's essentially a blender, but it is so powerful and strong, and it spins at such a pace that it will also heat things up in there. So you can cook things in it. You can instantly make stuff like soups hot and smooth. It makes the smoothest of purees and blends and smoothies, and whether it's ice or hard things, it just works.
So we purchased this for £386. So again, it is a hefty piece of kit, but it is also a hefty purchase, yeah. Okay, Baz, let's reveal the knockoff.
Oh.
It's gonna look very similar, I can just sense it.
Yeah. Straight away, very different types of plastic. It is so similar.
But lift it up. I bet yours isn't as heavy.
No!
So this is the Vlocki Blender Smoothie Maker. It also has 10 speeds, a 4,500 watt motor, easy cleaning in 30 to 60 seconds, a limited warranty, which we could find no information about, manufactured and made in China.
It's still...
Does that make it more powerful?
It's 4,500 watts versus 1,640 of the Vitamix.
Is that safe?
Now, we'll actually get to this because the key selling point for the Vitamix was actually 2.2 horsepower, which is the equivalent of 1,640 watts.
Gotcha.
However, horsepower is different to wattage in that takes torque into consideration. So it's not just the power that's going into the motor, it's actually the torque in which it operates.
I'm hearing a lot of talk, I just want to test them.
Well, let's do it. Let's make some hummus. So you have some chickpeas, herbs, tahini, lemon, garlic, salt and pepper. I'm gonna ask you to make a hummus in both.
Yep.
But what we're testing here is the heat and the longevity and power of that motor. So once your ingredients are in, we're gonna switch them on and we're gonna leave them for 10 minutes to see how the knockoff copes versus the Vitamix.
Okay.
Now we're using cold chickpeas, but actually hummus is excellent when you make it with freshly boiled chickpeas that are warm, and then you can add in some ice and stuff to cool it down as well. But we'll see if we get any heat by just blending it for that amount of time.
How long will we leave it up for? 10 minutes. Okay. Firstly, let's talk about the volume levels. Collectively, they were high. Was one louder than the other?
No idea, we switched them on at the same time and off at the same time.
Let's switch one on now and then listen and then the other on.
Really noisy.
Really loud. That's not as loud.
It's as loud, it's not as piercing. It's a different frequency.
We have a laser thermometer here.
Where would you like us to laser it? Because
Probably from
Is that?
underneath.
it's in a plastic
Where's the
casing.
hottest? So this enables us to get a read of the temperature as internal as we can find.
That's the only place.
22 degrees.
That's the only place it's hot.
The casing isn't getting hot, and in there 52, and yours is 58. And again, the casing and the sides.
To touch, absolutely fine.
I would say that is 5 degrees warmer in the cog and 2 degrees warmer as a casing, but there's like not to be concerned or worried about.
If I'm honest, I am surprised at how similar it is, if not nearly identical.
And we should stress, I don't think you necessarily need to blend it for that long to make a hummus, especially not one with herbs in it. But you can see it's heated it up through friction. The very nature of heating it up, I think, releases more of the sort of starch as well from the chickpeas, because as a result, I think it took more water the longer and the warmer it got.
We haven't measured perfectly the ratios here, so we're not judging the recipes, we're judging this on its heat and its blending efficiencies.
Performance-wise, annoyingly very similar.
Why annoyingly?
Because I spent a lot of money on that one. The bit I don't know is the jugs, how dishwasher safe they are. Of all the things that I feel flimsy, this is the bit I'm most worried about, because I don't want this to shatter whilst blending something. Or
I'm not sure it would shatter, but I think it would discolour, scratch, potentially a lot easier. I don't know.
I know the lids on these are really good. I find them really annoying to put on, because I can never quite get them on. That was really easy to put on, but feels rubbish.
So actually, the real differences are sort of materials, weight, sturdiness.
Yeah.
Previously mentioned, we paid £386 for the Vitamix, and for the knockoff Lucky, we paid £24.99.
Ouch.
It's so annoying, isn't it?
It's a great bit of kit. I think my question, and this often comes into play, is what is the cost of the Piguvian tax? The external extremities. So it was a guy who basically said all companies should have to pay the tax for all of the carbon offset, all of the landfill requirements, when that probably won't still be running. I don't know, we don't know. In 14 years' time, like Barry's still is, and therefore goes to landfill, and that company should be paying for that tax, Piguvian tax.
Interesting.
How much does look and brand count when it comes to the aesthetics of a kitchen?
I think that depends. If it lives out on the work surface, then that brand having that there says something about you and what you like. But it's an ugly bit of kit and it shouldn't be on the work surface, in my opinion, and it wouldn't be in my space. My kitchen's too limited. It would sit in a cupboard.
Yep. So that doesn't really come into play here.
If you end up with a product, that's what you're serving people. Whether it's that or that, they're both great.
And out of the box, I can't knock it. I would be blown away if that's still going after a couple of years. What's the warranty like on it?
That is a big point of difference, in that it was genuinely quite difficult to find any description of what that limited warranty was. Didn't come with the product, nothing in the box itself, nothing on the website.
If you spend 25 quid in it, do you care?
I think that's...
Yes, you buy another onion, that's the problem.
The point, but also maybe that's the problem.
Yep.
You can buy 10 more and still be cheaper than this.
Yep.
The problem is that means 9 of them are in landfill, and I think that is the problem. As a consumer problem, I think, more than a manufacturing problem.
So with all that in mind, I'm going to ask you to rate the Vloki blender on bargainability. Now you can take everything into account, so I need a rating out of 5, please.
That is a 4.5 out of 5 for bargainability, that reduces down to 0.1 if it doesn't survive 5 years or more.
I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5, in that it is one hell of a bargain, but so much so, it makes me uneasy. It's the same as all the Temu stuff you see.
So combining your ratings comes out at a 6.5 out of 10.
It makes me uneasy because all I want to say is that is absolutely phenomenal in the result it's done and what we've seen today. I just don't know enough about what it is and where it's come from, and if you have a problem with it, who you contact to get it fixed, replaced or repaired.
Brilliant. Would you like some more knockoffs?
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Okay, Ebbers, lift the cloche on our big brand item.
You're up to your game, it's 50% more cloche.
Ooh, thermometers.
Tell me about the Thermopen, Ebbers. You're a chef.
Well, it's a thermometer with a probe. There's literally there's no buttons on it, there's no nothing, it's just poke and go.
In what you said there, in terms of you stick it in, turn the temperature, that's just what thermometers do. So therefore, I've never understood why you spend the money on a big brand thermometer.
Let's find out. So this claims to have lightning fast 1-second readings with an accuracy of 0.3 degrees C, reads between minus 49.9 and 299 degrees C, 5-year guarantee for £63, and designed and made in the UK. Baz, lift the first cloche for our Dupe 1.
Ooh, oh, look at that one.
This is the Lava Tools Javelin Pro.
Very similar.
But it feels more premium.
Really?
With a better hook.
got a good hook.
Now you can hang it out. That's more practical.
This has 3 to 4 second speed readouts. Again, an accuracy range of 0.3 degrees C. A 3-year limited warranty, splash-proof construction, and a 3-year limited warranty.
It's got a few extra techie features like a light and a touch sensor here to go through the settings.
And a hold, so once you've taken your temperature, you can hold that temperature.
The fact that it's called the Javelin Pro would say to me that it's aimed at professionals. These are aimed for chefs.
Yeah.
Case in point.
Is that useful?
The magnetic thing I think is actually really useful because of where you tend to store it on the side of a hob or the side of a fridge, the side of your stand mixer if you're doing meringues. I think that's quite a useful function. I have to be honest, I thought Thermopen was that.
Well, you got a bonus dupe. Lift the next cloche. This is the Thermomaven F1 Turbo.
Oh,
They love a branding of vocab, don't they? It's like it's telling you exactly what this is. Mega Turbo Pro, what's it?
This is the most sturdy of them all. Very simple.
Looks more ergonomic.
Yeah.
Hook. Is that a bottle opener? My goodness.
Yeah, good spot.
So 0.5 second readings. Again, an accuracy range of 0.3 degrees C. A temperature range of -49 to 299. IP67 waterproofing, and also magnetic for easy storage.
Interesting.
So there are our pens. Best thing to do is literally get them stuck in.
2 testes and 3 probes.
Oh no.
Okay, so you have some ice cream, you have some boiling water. What we're going to get you to do is stick all of the thermometers at the same time into the ice cream, see how quick the readings are, see how accurate they are, whether there's any difference in them,
This is
and then
stupid.
whip them out, chuck them into the boiling water, see how quickly they take that measurement.
1, 2, 3, in. Get it. And say when.
Now.
Okay.
-20.
Minus
1.4.
1.5, 0.2.
All within 0.2 of each other. So well within a tolerance. That means it was that may be different rather than that.
Excellent.
Due to the nature of food.
Next, we have rapidly boiling water, which should be at around 100 degrees C. So let's see how they react. Thermopen.
Same time.
Actually, do one at a time. You can see the speed of it
Yeah.
because that goes from
This one's slower.
Ice
this
cream.
one's fast.
at minus whatever
Yeah.
to how quickly? Literally
That was
less than a
quick.
second.
Wow.
Okay.
Registering at the 100-degree mark within a tolerance.
Right. Javelin. In.
Got there
I'd
pretty
say-
damn quick. That was one that claims 3 to 4 seconds. I would say
right.
quicker.
Let's see if this run really is F1. 0.5 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
off the mark. Quick, that is lightning reactions. Well done.
What a silly test.
F1
But it's
indeed.
such a silly but rewarding test. Next, we have a delicious looking beef joint that you can probe. What we're looking for is the variety of the range of temperatures in the different parts of the meat. We also have some very hot frying oil. Thermopen in.
Sort of into the centre, 56.
Okay.
Pull it out a little bit, 58.7. Towards the edges, 58.6.
I'll meet you in the middle.
The point is you're getting a few different
Yeah, to that.
degrees, or 0.1 of a degree in some cases,
As you work your way out.
as you look at the different gradient of meat, naturally as you carve after resting.
Getting a range, Baz, with the lava?
Yeah, that's the same thing. Really quick and it feels unbelievably accurate. I mean, I'm not sure. In meat, it's where it matters.
Yeah.
In terms of you want, especially if you're looking
don't
for
wanna kill
a medium,
someone.
don't want to kill someone, or you want the perfect
Yeah.
bit of meat.
I think the difference here is we know they're accurate. We've tried them on water and ice cream and got within a tiny, tiny, tiny degree of tolerance. So now it's all about speed, because this one does take a little bit longer. So every time you pull it out to find a different part of the beef, you have to just give it a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 seconds. It says 3 to 4. Within a couple of seconds, it's worked out where it needs to be.
And that's the Lava Tools Javelin.
Yeah, whereas the others are instant. And then here our oil, just to show we can go up to high temperatures, 240?
So 299 degrees.
So very hot for anything that you could put it into.
So the Lava Tools Javelin, 3-year limited warranty, $29.99. The Thermomaven F1 Turbo, £19.98. Again, 3-year limited warranty.
These give a normal home cook the feeling like they're a chef, because they look like a chefy one, and they do the exact same thing.
So is there a difference between home cook and chef?
Only the number of times you use it and the amount of space you're in, where perhaps being waterproof rather than splash-proof might help over 5 years, and just the longevity of it. But I think all the factors around speed is the same. Tolerance and accuracy, the same. I actually prefer the ones that have got a magnetic touch on them, or a hook, in these cases both, for storage.
So let's get scoring out of 5 for each of our dupes. What are you scoring these, Baz?
I've got to go really high, because quality-wise, they feel pretty close, and they do the same job. The Javelin, 4, F1, 4.5.
I honestly don't see any value in speeding up life by a second. So I think they're both the same. I think they're both an absolute bargain at 4 out of 5.
So there are the total scores for both of our knockoffs. Let's do some more.
Great.
Bring 'em.
Final round, lads. Lift the cloth on our big brand item.
I'm already disappointed by the lack of consistency. Last time we had cloth and cloche.
Sorry. I'll try my best.
Oh!
I recognise this from
Absolutely.
a video I filmed recently with you, Mike.
This is the Ninja Slushie. We did an out-of-the-box review of this and some other Ninja products that you can find down in the description box for a full look at this. Yes, so £299 is
For a
what we paid
slushie?
for that.
You alright?
Baz, lift the cloth on the dupe.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's the same design, but then the design isn't copying Ninja. Ninja have already copied what has existed in industry for years.
So in terms of how they look, it's quite similar, but how do they feel?
How heavy is yours? You've got a better drip tray.
Yeah, that's heavier. Looks-wise, it's hard to draw them apart. Even materials, it's similar.
So really it comes down to the usage.
Yeah.
And interestingly, unlike, I would say, the Thermomix or the Thermopens, which you might use quite frequently, I think you use these infrequently anyway, so I think they will naturally last longer.
What this does have, though, is the Ninja name, which is doing a lot of heavy lifting nowadays.
As does Vitamix, as does
Yep.
Thermopen. You trust and respect the brand, and again, you've got a phone number that you can call up if you have a problem.
So Ninja Slushie, make frozen drinks for any occasion with 5 presets. Whisper chill technology, quietly chills the ingredients. Rapid chill technology, chills ingredients with no ice required. Frozen drinks in as little as 30 minutes. Our dupe has 6 preset modes with an extra milkshake function. They claim 15 minutes to slushy bliss. Both claim hassle-free cleaning. Both have a self-cleaning mode.
There's only one way to test them, side by side. Let's see.
So you're going to make a tropical fruit slush, which is basically just 700 millilitres of fruit juice. Slush function on both.
At the
And
same
let's
temperature.
see how they perform.
So do you turn it on before you put the stuff in or not?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about yours.
Yeah, you've
I know
got the
this
quick
one
start
inside now
guide.
because I've already tested it. I put my juice in, then I switch it on, and it automatically knows what temperature to go to. Let's get this quick started, and then we can have a chat in 15 minutes.
So just push, we go frozen juice.
Frozen juice. It's going.
And we are off. And I have set a timer.
His has actually got a temperature on the front. So his is telling you what temperature the liquid is currently at. This one is more push and go idiot proof.
I've started a timer. Let's see which makes a slushie quicker. Okay, so we've had a Ninja beat.
No.
The Ninja is done.
Ninja's beat.
The Ninja beat at 17 minutes from when we started the timer. We're now at the 18-minute mark, and we are yet to see the cool message appear on our knockoff version.
I think I've worked out why. This said 700 millilitres of tropical fruit juice chilled, and ours was room temperature.
I
So
see.
it took 5 minutes longer than expected, but because it was 12 degrees warmer.
Well, it's come up to 19 minutes. Baz, your knockoff looks like it's been
Looks the
done
same,
for a
yeah.
long time, to be honest. So let's give them a pour, and we'll get your thoughts.
Oh, it's taking a while. Nice.
There we go. Get rid of the plug.
And Baz will pour away.
I would say almost an identical consistency, although Barry's is flowing out in more of a spit spat than a flow.
Okay, what we got? Slushies.
Slushies. Yeah, I love that.
The perfect slushie
I love it.
should be drinkable, spoonable, and strawable.
Okay, at 21 minutes, it's changed to cool.
Being really picky here.
Go on.
Slightly more aerated, diluted, as in it's put more,
Yeah,
as
no,
it's
true,
churning,
true,
it's almost put
true.
more air into it, because the colour isn't as deep.
Any difference in texture or flavour
No,
or
they're
sweetness?
both brilliant. I think they're the same machine, mate.
Really?
I think the casing changes and the function changes, but this is the same.
Yeah, unlike the Vitamix, which feels like a completely different product, but made to look the same, we don't know, but it feels like it could be the same product underneath the skin.
could be.
Then just dressed differently.
Ninja have released so many new products in the last 3 or 4 years. I do not think they could ever have developed them all from the ground up themselves. So what they've gone out and done is find really good white labeled products and made them their own with a few small changes. I think that's likely how they get so many products to market so quickly. As a white labeled product, slap a sorted brand on it, change the colours and change this dome into that dome, and suddenly Sorted Slushie, we're ready for business.
Okay, let's talk price. So the Ninja Slushie, as we've said, sells at £299.99 direct from Ninja. Whereas our white label non-branded dupe, we paid £110.49 for.
I mean, I can imagine people using it on occasions. And if you are doing that, £100 is still quite a lot of money to spend on it. And it works just as well as that.
So does this come back to, again, brand trust, reliability, contactability? Let's get to your final product rating.
I'm going to give it a 4. And the only reason I'm giving it a 5 is because I think if I got this out at my slushy party, people go, oh, is that the Ninja? I go, no, it's not.
Ebba's chef.
I don't have enough information to go on, but I don't think that's a knockoff. I think that's a knock-up.
Ooh.
I don't know enough about it, but they are so similar
Yeah.
that it wouldn't surprise me. And therefore, I think it's a bargain. Because all you're paying for there is the brand and the access to contact if it goes wrong. 4.
So our knockoff slushie comes in at 8 stars combined. Well, if you found any of that interesting, please do give us a like. We're trying to get 15,000 likes per video back to back to back to back to back. And if you've enjoyed this video and would like us to make more, do let us know in the comments and whether there's any products that you specifically want us to either find knockoffs of or knockoffs that we can put in front of these guys for next time.